Hey, Chris, thanks for spending some time with me this afternoon. And I just want to start off congratulating you on your very successful chairmanship and just catch up and really, well, unfortunately, we're going to have to virtually pass the gavel as we
Yes.
weren't able to be together, during annual. But the times are going through are hard, right? I mean, we're still in the middle of this COVID-19 situation, and I know we all have employees that are dealing with it, and so it's a challenging time, but it's an important one for the profession. And so I just really do want to say thank you for all you accomplished during your chairmanship. And I know you fell in love with pharmacy a long time ago at Rossica's, right? You were like a
Yes.
delivery
Yes.
worker
South
in
Philadelphia. Yes.
South Philly and fell in love with pharmacy. Similar to me, and Ashworth has been in the Walgreens business for over 50 years, 28 myself. And just love what we do on behalf of patients and customers. And it's true for NACDS as well, right? The passion for pharmacy and for health and wellness is real, and I know the whole board of directors feels that way as well. So I think that's something that represents our profession really well. But maybe just to kick off just for a second, it'd be good to know, as you were chairman, what was the experience like for you? And do you have any advice for me as I'm taking over?
Well, I have no advice at all. I mean, you're on your own. No, I'll give you some advice. I will tell you, it was an extremely rewarding experience. I think, and really a great honor to serve as chairman of NACDS. And you mentioned, I mean, our executive committee and the board of directors really committed. It's very inspiring. Really committed to the NACDS mission. They're all in. They're showing up in Washington. They're showing up on all the calls. And again, that was extremely helpful for me. I think one of the most surprising things for me, and maybe it shouldn't have been a surprise, but from the highest levels of the organization, is really being able to witness how influential NACDS is in the capital, and really in guiding the national healthcare, our national healthcare system. And I think we should all be proud of the work that they do. I think one of the most valuable things that I learned as chairmanship and the experience is really how all of the members of NACDS work together. You have big companies, small companies, all different classes of trade, and really all kind of work together. But I do think one of the things that NACDS does unbelievably well is really allowing us to partner with our supplier partners, and setting up the environments at the conferences for us to really establish relationships. And I will tell you, and I'm sure I can speak for you, during this pandemic, we could not have achieved the amazing things we achieved without our supplier partners. And I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. That's a pretty good track record for the year, and great collaboration with industry partners, like you said. I think it's a fascinating time in one way, and then it's a scary time in another, especially as it relates to COVID. And I, like you, am just humbled to be called a team member for the Walgreens folks. The way that they sacrifice their personal time and energy to help customers and help patients with everything that they need, when there was so much uncertainty about what it meant, even for their own safety or for those of their customers. But the one thing that really strikes me is that there is a sense of difference when an organization has a purpose like what pharmacy has, to do the right thing, to do good, and to help protect the public and society as a whole. And so I'm really proud to be associated with an industry like this, and really proud of the work that you've done on your agenda in NACDS as well. I would just make a couple of points from my point of view on the agenda going forward. I think one is around what's the future of pharmacy really going to be. We all know that there's much more that pharmacy can be doing. COVID-19 testing is a fantastic example of that, where this profession is highly accessible, highly trusted, and able to do much more than what we do today. And so thinking about how we can expand the scope, how we can fix all the hurdles that make it quite challenging to run pharmacy, and then help on the reimbursement side. So that future of pharmacy is going to be a big part of focus going forward. The second for me is around addiction and mental health. Highly accessible, highly trusted health professionals available, and with proper mental health first aid training and support to understand how to help people with mental health conditions. It's a big driver of healthcare costs in the country. During and post COVID-19, loneliness and depression and these things will rise, and it's hard right now.
No question. Yeah.
It's hard for people to wrap their head around it, and whatever the new normal will end up being, what I do know is that people will be coming out of something that was hard for them, and maybe even hard in the future. And then third for me is what we're doing in the community and the industry. And I think it's been fantastic work. I see it all over the place, from our supplier partners to even our retailers, those of us that even compete a bit. It's when COVID hit, it's, we put all that aside. It's like, hey, how do we just take care of people? And we are all in this together. That's true. I see that a lot, in social media and other places, but I actually feel that way as well. And I think pharmacy is going to continue to play a really critical role. So I just want to thank you for your chairmanship. I thought you did a fantastic job. I'm honored to be able to take over after and work in partnership with NACDS to do good things for our industry. Normally at the annual, there's some type of Gavel handoff, and
yeah, there is. I do officially want to hand over the gavel of the NACDS chairmanship to you.
Thank you.
So here you accept that. Thank you very much. And I will say, Richard, I don't think there's a more qualified and dynamic individual leader that could take NACDS through this very difficult time, and maybe just as importantly, define the new era of what NACDS is going to be. And I'm really excited. You're a great help as the vice chair, and I'm really excited to see what you do with the chairmanship. And I'm here to support you as you are to support me. And I wish you the best of luck in your chairmanship.
Well, thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Look forward to continuing to partner with you as we take NACDS to the next year.